Good morning. Today is July 23rd, 2011. It's approximately 66 years after the Japanese surrender ceremonies in Taiwan on October 25th, 1945. At that time, apparently to many people in the world community, it was not exactly clear the legal significance of the Japanese surrender ceremonies, and indeed in later directives, memoranda, and other legal papers issued by the United States executive branch, the significance of these surrender ceremonies was not entirely recognized. In fact, it should be 100% clear that based on the Hague Regulations in 1907, territory is considered occupied when it's actually placed under the authority of the hostile army. October 25th, 1945, therefore marks the beginning of the military occupation of Taiwan and the Pescadores. This is despite the fact that at that time there are many other declarations and proclamations floating around and very much in everyone's consciousness, such as the Cairo Declaration, the Potsdam Proclamation, and certain statements made in the Japanese surrender documents of September 2nd, 1945. In dealing with occupied territory, there are three central questions which must be dealt with. Number one, when did the occupation begin? Number two, who is the occupying power? Number three, when did the occupation end? It's perhaps only been in the last decade or so that many of the departments of the U.S. executive branch have come to realize the significance of October 25th, 1945 as the beginning of the military occupation of Taiwan. At the same time, more and more researchers and scholars involved with the Taiwan issue have also begun to recognize that this is the beginning of the military occupation of Taiwan. Nevertheless, these people are not familiar enough with the customary laws of warfare of the post-Napoleonic period to be able to delve into a discussion of the other two questions. Therefore, they immediately make the incorrect assumption that somehow the Republic of China is the occupying power in Taiwan, and perhaps through various democratic changes over the past 20 or more years, perhaps Taiwan has already terminated a situation of military occupation. These two types of considerations are incorrect. During the World War II period, all military attacks against targets in Formosa and the Pescadores were made by the United States military forces. The United States suffered the loss of many men, military vessels on the high seas, and also aircraft, in culminating the result that the Japanese flag in Taiwan was lowered. Therefore, under the customary laws of warfare, it is the United States of America which will be the occupying power of Taiwan. As we see, the military occupation was handled by the Republic of China military forces, thus resulting in a principal-subordinate relationship. This relationship is fully recognized by the San Francisco Peace Treaty of 1952. Article 23A specifies the United States of America as the principal occupying power. At the same time, we know that military government is the form of administration by which an occupying power exercises governmental authority over occupied territory, and Article 4B of the San Francisco Peace Treaty gives the United States military government jurisdiction over Taiwan in a similar fashion that it was given jurisdiction over the Ryukyu Island group same time, we see that Article 2B announced that Japan renounces all right, title, and claim to Formosa and the Pescadores, thus resulting in a situation where Japan gave up their authority over these islands, but no receiving country was specified. As a result, Taiwan remains under the jurisdiction of the United States military government as an interim status condition. There has been nothing happen in the period from 1952, when the San Francisco Peace Treaty came into force, up to the present day, which has changed the situation. The United States remains as the principal occupying power over Taiwan territory up to the present day. Therefore, although regrettably 66 years late, we are raising the United States flag over Taiwan territory, and at this point, I must offer my humble apologies to the Taiwanese people for our lateness in taking this action. However, we assume that in the future these matters will proceed more smoothly. Therefore, we're making arrangements for Taiwan to be separated into 6 states and to begin the issuance of United States authorized ID cards. So, today, I want to offer my thanks to all the members of the cabinets of the 6 states, as well as our central government cabinet, all of our officers and members of the Taiwan Civil Government Senate and the Senates of the 6 states, as well as all of our supporters and other representatives who have been joining us here today to celebrate this historic occasion. So, I hope that in the future we can spread our influence to all corners of Taiwan and in some way make sure that the Taiwanese people can realize the guarantees under the U.S. Constitution, which are rightfully theirs as an overseas territory of the United States under military government. And at the most basic level, of course, those are the guarantees of the Fifth Amendment: life, liberty, property, and due process of law. So, with these brief remarks, I will conclude my statement here this morning, July 23rd, 2011, in Taoyuan at our Taiwan Civil Government Central Office Building. Thank you very much.
我们将依新的改良艺术创品团。